Hello, my name is Ryan Stevenson. Today we're going to go over winterization of a Ring-O-Matic 850 high CFM unit. Okay, to begin our winterization process on the Ring-O-Matic 850 high CFM, inside the control box there is a decal outlining what we're going to cover today. To begin, we're going to start with the trailer at a level surface to ensure proper drainage of the water tank assemblies. The next step is we're going to come to our main water tank drain. We're going to open our main water tank drain and allow all of the water to drain out of the circuit. Once all the water is drained, we can close our drain valve, and we're going to come to our water strainer assembly. The water strainer assembly does have an additional drain in the bottom of the water assembly that we're going to take out. We're going to drain this housing completely. Once all the water is drained from this assembly, we can put the plug back in, and we're ready to move to the hose reel on the rear corner of the unit. Okay, now at the back of the unit, we want to make sure that our hose reel, we don't have any connections to the hose reel itself. We have an open hose, and we're going to pull all of the hose off of the reel to ensure we don't have any water laying in the reel. Once we have all the hose off of the reel assembly, we're going to reel the hose back onto the reel. As we do this, gravity is draining water out of the hose to ensure we don't have any water remaining in this section. Once we have our hose reeled back onto the reel assembly, we're going to take the end and we're going to connect to our storage and recirculation port located at the bumper assembly. Once this is connected, we're going to move around the side, take the tension out of the reel, and set our lock so our reel doesn't inadvertently unwind. The last step we have is we need to check the antifreeze in the tank. I'll meet you over there. Now that our hose is drained and we're connected to the winterization port in the back, our water tanks are drained, our water strainer is drained, we're going to ensure that our antifreeze tank has the correct mixture and that we have a full tank of fluid, ensuring that we have enough to get through the day if we need to winterize more than one application through the use. This system will hold approximately a gallon to a gallon and a half each time that we winterize the system. Once we have those, we're going to open our control box. We're going to take our selector valve for our antifreeze tank, and we're going to open this to the winterization position. Once we have the winterization open for our fluid, we're ready to come to our control panel. We have to have the engine running in order to get our water pump to activate. So we're going to turn the key on. We're going to let the computer cycle. Once we're ready, we're going to start the actual unit. Once the unit is running, we're going to activate our water pump. Once our water pump is running, we are then going to press and hold our winterization button for 45 to 60 seconds, allowing that water to flow through the pump with our antifreeze solution through the entire circuit and back into our tanks. You'll know that the unit has been winterized when we see on the clear vent tube on the back of the tanks that we have that antifreeze fluid coming back into the tank. Once I see that fluid returning into the tank, I can release my winterization button. I can turn my water pump to the off position, and then I can turn my auxiliary engine off. At that point, we are ready for winter storage of the unit. Now that the unit's been winterized, we have one final step, and that's to ensure all of our guns have been drained. We have no fluid trapped in these. To freeze, in order to empty the fluid, remove the caps, pull the trigger, and make sure all the fluid is drained out of each one of your guns, whether that's your low pressure or your excavation wand itself. Both of these will need to be completed. And that concludes our winterization of the Ring-O-Matic unit. If you have any additional questions, please contact Best Equipment Company at 800-372-BEST.